GARP will not survive. Hello One Piece enthusiasts, I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about and speculate whether or not GARP is going to survive the Hachinosu raid. Well, as of last chapter, GARP is on the ground. No, he isn't fatally damaged. Nothing is severely wrong. He's just got a stab from Shiryu, and considering it's GARP, it's probably not going to do much. I mean, okay, he's old. It's going to hurt, and maybe something, he might be out of commission for a while. He needs a little bit of a break because it's not prime GARP. But he's not down for the count. He's still in battle. We're still going to see more action. And in fact, I've seen, spoilers that, Hachinosu does continue. So, I'm talking about the fact whether or not, by the end of this, does GARP survive? Now, before you move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. Well, okay, speaking of surviving, the main thing in all of this is, what's GARP's use aside from being in the endgame, seeing Luffy become Pirate King, seeing Luffy overthrow the world government, and GARP finally having the chance to basically, be on the right side for once. He is for justice, but the Marines aren't absolute justice. He's working for absolute justice, which is Akainu. So, GARP, I want GARP to see what the right side is. I want him to go turn to Luffy when the world is against the world government and the world government finally crumbles and GARP realizes that, okay, yeah, Luffy was right. The world government's wrong. I mean, he already knows this, but he needs to see it come into reality. I want, aside from this, and aside from, him seeing that Kobe becomes Fleet Admiral or something, or Admiral or whatever, I don't see any other purpose that GARP has. And what would be the point in GARP, not surviving in this raid? Very simple. Kobe's development. I've been talking about Kobe not having enough power to match Luffy's as of yet. And if there's anything that would push Kobe to do something incredible, it would be either losing a friend or losing GARP. Now, remember what happened when Luffy lost Ace? That was pretty big. It was pretty huge. Luffy didn't immediately get a power boost, but considering the, plot of the story right now and the desperation, I feel like Kobe has no other choice but to awaken something interesting or, do something cool for him to do something major in the plot and become relevant in the story. And actually somehow match up to Luffy's skills. Okay, it's a very unrealistic expectation. From where Luffy is now, the only people that can rival him is Shanks, Im-sama, maybe the Gorosei, and Blackbeard. Aside from that, I don't see anybody else. Or maybe the Admirals. Okay, Akainu maybe. Not maybe, but certainly. But whatever. Anyways, aside from these characters, I don't see anyone matching up to Luffy. I don't expect Kobe to match up to Luffy right now either. But something needs to happen where he can do something when the war starts. Or something between them happens. Kobe needs to be a major player. This guy has been with us from Chapter 1, having a parallel journey with Luffy. Luffy, although being the main protagonist and all, Luffy didn't start from rock bottom. He had training, he was strong. Kobe wasn't. Kobe became basically from 0 to level 50. Luffy was in level 20 and now he's level 90, 95 or something. So yeah, it's very unrealistic for me to think that Kobe would match up to endgame Luffy, but he needs to be close to that in order for him to be a major player. Now, I'm not saying Luffy will go up against Kobe and there will be a final epic battle or whatever. I don't want Kobe to become Luffy's rival because that's necessarily not happening. So, all I do expect is Kobe to become a significant character. For what he is now, it's not that significant, and GARP surviving is key. GARP not surviving is key. Now, considering the situation at hand, the Marines are severely outnumbered. And number two, they're not as strong as you think they are. In fact, the only ones that are actually taking control of the battle is GARP. GARP is the only one facing off against the Titanic captains. Nobody else is doing much, and Kobe definitely isn't doing something incredible. And GARP alone cannot handle them. And the main problem is Aokiji, because Aokiji is the one that GARP's concerned about, not anyone else. Because to GARP, Aokiji knows everything about GARP. Being the student, you know a lot about your mentor, and when your mentor is not in his prime, you're definitely stronger than him. And of course, Aokiji has his devil fruit or whatever. So GARP's whole concern is Aokiji, and even if Aokiji does turn to this side, maybe there's a chance, but I don't ever see it happening, and I don't see Akainu, Kizaru, or anybody else sending help for GARP. Like, the only one that could potentially show up and do something about the tip the scales of the battle, is Fujitora. And then again, we don't really know the connection between Fujitora and GARP. Like, we don't know how close they are, and whether or not Fujitora would be willing to sacrifice everything for GARP. So, aside from Fujitora coming to save GARP, I don't see anything else happening. Like, so, precisely my point. And GARP coming to rescue Kobe, and then Kobe being rescued with nothing much really happening, aside from the fact we got the reveal that Aokiji has different motives. There's really no point to all of this. There's literally no point in all of this if GARP survives. So, plot-wise, and the kind of writer Oda is, although in Wano we did have a lot of fake-out deaths, we did see a lot of deaths that didn't necessarily happen, and with specifically dead characters coming back to life with Saul and whatever, it's hard for me to think that Oda would kill GARP. But if it's not that, I don't really know what Oda's planning. But from typically the way things are, I think GARP is not going to survive this. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I don't really know how else to put it. Let me know if you guys, agree, disagree. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below of the prediction of Hachinosu. Like, who do you think will survive? Will it be a cellmate? Will it be a third-party intervention? What's going to happen? My point is, GARP does not survive. Kobe needs a power-up. And something severe needs to happen for this battle to basically tip sides and lose its balance, or else the Marines are losing. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and peace.